This is the DnA Show
with DJ Dave and Amanda
on Wolf Radio.
Welcome to the DnA Show. I'm David.
I'm Amanda.
And it's another week. It's another show. And boy, has it been a week. It's been crazy out there. Getting the cleanups finished up. Got that done. Now we're starting the mowing. We had one mowing day last Thursday. And we did some this week, so it's pretty packed.
But our mowing day, we got home we pulled in at 9 p.m.
Yeah, we got home at 9 p.m., so good thing we had the mower with headlights because it was dark when we finished up. That's how crazy it's been. So here we are, and now we've got one more cleanup, and then two more cleanups. Yes, two more cleanups, and then we're done. And then we can do strictly mowing, bushes, and whatever else comes our way. Hopefully not more cleanups. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, got that out of the way. What's going on in your mind?
Well, I just booked my first grooming client.
Perfect.
I don't have a day yet, but I'm excited.
That's exciting. So, what will we be doing?
Bathing and haircut.
All right. Dog, cat, lizard?
I'm not bathing a lizard. A dog.
Okay.
A Springer Spaniel.
Who's
16 years old.
All right. Wow. Crazy. All right. That's good. Good to know. Yeah, coming in, we've got a lot of requests still coming in, but we are dispersing them to the proper channels, if you know what that means.
No.
You got some things on your mind you want to share?
Well, what did that mean?
What did that mean?
Dispersing them to
the
proper channels.
You know, sending them to, like, Chris?
Oh, our friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes she just can't read my mind.
No.
Actually, I got some things coming up for you. But you said you had something to ask me that you're just going to, like, throw me for a loop or something.
Well, I figured, to make the show interesting, we'd come up with questions, but it wouldn't be as good if I said, this is the question I'm going to ask you.
So I wouldn't have time to think about it.
Right.
Oh, you want to put me on the spot here.
Yeah.
All right. Put me on the spot.
Okay. What's something you're embarrassingly bad at that most adults can do?
That sounds like something I was going to ask.
I beat you to it.
Jeez.
Like mine, I would say I'm bad at backing up a trailer. Because
Yeah.
nobody's taught me really yet, so.
Okay. Geez, I would have to say, like, math.
No, I wouldn't say you're bad at math. You're better than me when we do all the invoices.
Okay. Then, I don't know. There's, like, I don't know. We're doing certain... Well, prior, when I was working at other companies, I felt like everyone was always more knowledgeable than me. But I don't know. I can't pick one specific thing.
Well, the examples that I found were like parallel parking, which I think we're both okay with. Some people are not good at making rice, but you don't cook, so...
No, I don't cook, so that wouldn't affect me. I can make a pizza, so at least that's... yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, well, mine was a little bit different. Okay, I've got, what song do you know the lyrics to that you're afraid to admit?
Well, I don't think I can, like, recite lyrics, but, like, if I heard it, I'd be like, oh, these are the words. All
right, well, then let's change it around a little bit. What song do you like that you're embarrassed to like? It's like somebody that you wouldn't want to get caught singing in public, basically. Or humming to in public.
I've always liked the Backstreet Boys, but that was my...
bad.
I don't know. that's me growing up in that time frame.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I would say like a Britney Spears song or something like that. But
oops, I did it again.
did you? I don't know. All right. Here's one that definitely sticks in my mind. What movie did you see that you were too young to see that like messed you up in the future?
Exorcist.
Yeah.
My friend at the time loved scary movies like that and made me watch it.
Yeah. And then we watched it again and it wasn't as bad as you thought.
No, I don't like it. I'm not a big
but
scary movie fan.
The second time we saw it together, like years ago, you didn't say, "Oh, well, that's not as bad as I thought it was."
Well, we watched one a couple years ago on TV. I think it was called The Phone. Mm-hmm. That was weird.
Yeah.
I think of...
Well, the other thing that you didn't want to see was like where Psycho. You were afraid to see that one also, but then we watched it like...
Well, we watched it...
Because we watched the first that we
watched
Bates Motel.
Bates Motel,
and
which...
that's where it was stemmed from the movie Psycho.
Right.
And then we went back to watch Psycho, and you're like...
It was pathetic.
Yeah, it was pathetically dumb. It wasn't scary at all.
Bates Hotel was more scary than that.
Yeah, it was. They made it more scary. For me, the movie that... Actually, my grandmother and my aunt are coming tomorrow, and it was a movie I saw when we were in Colorado at her place that really freaked me out for years after that. It was the movie Backdraft.
About the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought all fires were like that. But that was one specific type of fire the guy was setting that I didn't know about at the time. But for that, I was like scared to go into any building that thinking that if I opened the door, it might explode on me.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Got anything else, or can we move on to some like fun things?
Well, I got one more,
Okay.
and because I like pets, what's the most ridiculous thing your pet has destroyed?
Oh. I don't know.
I've got ones that aren't
Related
our
to
cats,
our cats,
but maybe some other cats in this house.
Like
unless
the
you
Colby
count,
cat?
unless you count our cats picking at our couch, but it's
Yeah.
not completely destroyed. It's just
Yeah, picked on.
picked.
Or Holly trying to pick on my chair.
Yep. She picks on my purse.
I don't remember going back prior to our guys. Well, I know Heidi the shepherd. My father always got mad when she would dig into the bushes.
There
But
you
I
go.
don't think she destroyed anything. It's just she just liked to dig in the bushes.
Okay.
Unless you count eating a duck, but
Oh.
but that's not a thing. Well, it is a thing, but
It's
it's
a
not
living
like
thing.
a possession thing.
It's not really something you can replace unless you get a whole nother duck.
Yeah, with a different personality.
Right.
Oh, well, this duck doesn't seem to be the same as my other duck. Well, no, it was just retrained.
Well, I was
It
gonna
went to duck school.
say one of the cats in this house likes to get on the furnace.
Oh, yeah.
He's
That is
gotten
kind of a
through a
ridiculous
bleach
thing.
bottle.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the bleach bottle is that great, but you know, like, oh, what did your cat destroy? Oh, a furnace. Yeah, that would be interesting. Oh, I don't know about our guys. Barry's he's a little odd sometimes.
He's a nervous Nelly.
Yeah. Well, we were just recently talking about the psychic that I gotta see if I can find
Yes,
that video.
people, we hired a pet psychic
Yeah.
once because Barry likes to pee on our furniture, and I've tried everything, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong.
And they're
so we-
saying it's my fault.
No, he feeds off of you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're stressed out,
When I'm stressed, he's stressed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't look so stressed right now.
no, he's nice and calm.
All right. So I've got a few more of those odd laws.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Texas has got a large slew of weird stuff going on. I don't know what's going on in Texas, but they got some weird stuff going on down there. I'll just tell you ahead of time. Point one and the end point, whatever 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 maybe, relate to each other in my book. I don't know.
Okay.
In Texas, it's illegal to throw confetti, rubber balls, or feather dusters. And Texas has got a thing for feather dusters.
I don't think they even have feather dusters anymore.
You know, those like things on a stick, dusty things.
It's a Swiffer?
No, I'm sure they have them.
No, they don't.
It's like a furry, fluffy thing on a stick.
Microfiber mop head.
That's not a mop. It's just a wand.
No, they don't have those anymore.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'll need to look and find out because I'm pretty sure there's.
Why
Mom
don't you
used
just
to have them.
Yeah, used to. Used to is the main words.
Right, but I don't. Since like what the 90s, they disappeared all of a sudden.
No, I'm not saying they disappeared, but they're not. I wouldn't say people are going to go, I'm going to buy a feather duster today.
Let's find out.
Well, why you find out? What's the second one?
There they are, right there. This is the exact same one.
They're telling you that's what it is.
Yeah, this is the exact same one that my mother used to have, this rainbow-colored feather duster, which is in stock.
Yeah.
So they still have it. And this so there they are. They have them on Amazon.
All right.
Still find them.
Anyway.
All right. Let's move on from feather dusters. Yeah, again, Texas and their feather dusters. It's illegal to dust any public building with a feather duster. Why? I don't know why. What do they have against feather dusters?
I don't know. Birds are going to sense the feathers and come flying at their windows? I don't know.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. That is the weirdest thing. In Mesquite, Texas, it's illegal for your kids to have any strange hairdo.
What do they consider strange?
That's what I would like to know.
Everybody has their own opinion on what's strange.
It says strange or / not normal.
Well, that could change day to day or week to week.
Hey, would they consider it a strange hairdo if they put a feather duster on your kid's head?
Yeah, well, that's not a hairdo. That's
A
an
wig.
accessory.
It's a hair accessory, which could become a wig.
Okay.
Is it? Well, they should have that on here. Is it illegal to have a feather duster wig?
Next.
Okay. It's illegal to milk your neighbor's cow.
Okay.
Or
okay.
any cow that's not yours, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I can kind of see that. I mean, it's your cow. It's your property.
Yeah. But you like if you're sick and you can't hire someone to come over and milk your cow, I guess.
I don't think that's the specification. I think they're just saying,
I don't know. You'd have
don't
to
just
read
walk
the
over to your
laws in
neighbor's
detail.
house and milk their cow. I don't know.
Do you have to get it like a signed thing? You
Probably have to get a permit or something.
You need a permit to milk a cow. Oh, well. Now here's another odd one. You may not tuck your pant leg into your boots unless you own more than 10 cows.
How would someone know that?
I don't know, but apparently...
Was a cop going to come up to you? How many cows do you own?
You probably have to have a permit for each cow.
Right. That's stupid.
It is, but this is why I said Texas has got some weird ones going on here. Now this is the one that I think, I don't know. You can legally be married in Texas just by introducing you as a husband and wife more than 3 times, or 3 or more times in public. If you introduce your partner as your spouse 3 or more times in public, you're legally married. So, this is probably why they outlawed confetti and feather dusters. Because they don't want you throwing rice, confetti, or stuff when you get married. You just go around and introduce your partner in public.
So if someone has
I guess you just have no weddings.
So if someone has an infatuation with someone else, they could just go, I'm married to this person 3 times, and they're legally married?
Well, I think the other person would have to agree to it.
It doesn't sound like that to me.
I don't know. I guess, like, having a fake date to a wedding, I guess if you have more than 3 of those, you're actually married. Oh, man. Oh, Texas. Gotta love it. Have a couple other interesting ones, and then we can wrap up.
Are they all Texas?
Oh, no, we're done with Texas.
I didn't know if you were doing one state each show.
Well, I'm done with that state, but these questions aren't related to odd laws.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any odd laws?
No.
No?
No.
Like standing upside down in an elevator is illegal?
Is that one of them?
No. I don't know.
You just came up with that?
It could actually be a law compared to what we
why don't you look that up next time?
I could actually. That's compared to some of these other ones, that sounds like a pretty logical law. Now, here's some would you rather questions.
Oh boy.
You know.
Do I have the option to say neither?
No, that's not an option. We all know, based on like that
game,
that new fear factor, what yours would be.
Well, for certain things.
Yeah, like spiders.
Yeah.
Encasing yourself in concrete or spiders.
We already went over this before.
Yeah, and you choose the concrete.
Yes.
So you would be awfully heavy.
Well, I would be living in it. They would let me out.
Have to have someone jackhammer you out.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather binge watch a TV show at home or have a movie out in public?
I would say binge watch at home.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust the
What's gonna
public
happen
anymore.
In the movie theater? You can't trust the movie theaters anymore. That's true. I would have to agree.
That was
Seeing
easy.
now, like, you can get these massive movie theaters in your own home now. You probably have you got a better seat.
If you had money, yeah.
You got a better seat in your house.
You don't need a better seat. Just pop some microwave popcorn and then watch a movie.
Get the movie butter popcorn.
Yeah.
Or kettle corn.
I think what we're going to do next.
You got kettle corn?
I think we have both.
Oh, awesome. So we should better get through these questions quick, because now I'm hungry.
Yeah, that smoothie probably doesn't hold you over.
Not really. I'm going to start munching on these feather dusters pretty soon. Hey, you know what? Our cat's got such long hair they could become a feather duster. Look at him look at me. He's looking at me.
Yeah.
Barry, just swish your tail. You'll be dusting the floor. Oh, don't tell him it's a feather. It's illegal in Texas. All right. Would you rather win the lottery or find your dream job?
Win the lottery.
No. But some people say if you find your dream job, that's like winning the lottery.
Yeah. Well, if I won the lottery, I can create my dream job.
But that wasn't the question.
But there's always a way around each one of these.
You always find the loopholes. You're great at finding the loopholes in the laws. All right. Travel the world and never settle down, or settle down and never travel.
Settle down and never travel.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. After what's happened in the last 6 years, I don't think I'd want to travel anymore.
That's what a vacation is.
Or a staycation.
Staycation.
Here's a couple that it's surprising what the public said about these. For people that are dating, know everything about your partner's past or everything about their future. So if you're dating somebody, would you rather know everything about their past, or would you rather not know all their stuff about their past and just know everything about their future?
I guess I would say past.
Good grief.
So you know what you were getting into? Because if you know your future, you whether or not you would know if you're with them. I don't know.
Yeah, which that kind of
guess.
like... I just lost my paper here. But that kind of goes on with the next question. And it's funny, some people said future because they would know if they were...
In it.
In their future.
Yeah, maybe
or not.
maybe that. I don't know.
You know, because then you would basically know if what the person thinks of you, kind of. Like the next question, which is my last, by the way, and then we can get this popcorn popping. Which that was an interesting Mythbusters episode. Can you pop the roof off a house?
And can you?
Do you remember seeing it with me?
Yes, but maybe our audience hasn't.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I didn't think popcorn was that powerful. They must have gotten the power popper.
Yeah, but you have to have a lot of popcorn in your house.
So based on like the last one, would you rather know how your love story ends or be surprised on how it unfolds along the way?
I don't know.
Well, it's almost 50-50 what people said. So, I don't know. That's kind of like half and half. Some people say they want to know how it ends, and some people say they would want to be surprised. That's kind of almost like saying, do you want to know how you die?
Yeah, I would say probably let it unravel, because if you know how it ends and you know it ends bad, you're thinking that day
Well, almost like
day
this,
out.
like this comedian guy, right? He says, you know, I don't want to miss out on a burger today if I die tomorrow, kind of a thing.
Cake.
You know? Huh?
Cake.
Yeah, well, he said cake, I say burger, whatever. So that means, like, if you know you're going to get hit by a car tomorrow, what are you going to do today before you're... Do you really want to know how you... Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't?
No. Because then you're dreading on it.
Right. But then you might want to know, hey, am I going to eat that... Is that piece of pie that I have poisoned?
I don't know. I would say unravel.
See, I'm going into loopholes that you have loopholes. I was just trying to get into the loopholes. All right. So anyways, that's our show for today. It's been a crazy week, so we're going to try to relax. You're already falling asleep over there because we got a busy day tomorrow, packed.
Well, not too packed compared to this past week.
All right. Well, we'll see if you're dragging at the end of the day tomorrow. Anyway, you won't be?
We have 8 jobs, and 6 of them are in Huntington.
But there's a lot of walking, weed whacking. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, with that said, we're going back to the 90s with Robin.